Hello friends, and welcome to TurtleQueenGaming and back to Nicole. I honestly am really late getting this episode done, and so it's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. Except that I forgot what I was doing. Okay, I remember. I need to know what I was doing. I think... Is it the weekend? It's not the weekend yet, so I'm going to go to the campus and socialize with people. Socialize. Oh, my energy is way down, so I need a nap. Go home. Take a nap. Hooray! I feel much better. Might as well do some homework. Another day has ended. Hooray! Gifts. There are only 5 gifts that each boy will like, so if you pick a wrong combination, you'll waste your money without any effect. Huh. Good to know. Train at volleyball. I can be a park volunteer. Oh, yes, I need to check out the volunteer jobs to see if... So, afternoon is when I can do all of the jobs. Seems to be afternoon on regular days? Park, lab assistant. Alright, let's check out what each raises. Cafeteria raises zeal. Laboratory raises wit. That makes a lot of sense. Volunteer raises amity. That's good. Since I was trying to do that sort of thing. It really kills my morale and energy, though. Let's see, do some jogging, get my diligence going. Another day has ended. Oops, I missed that tip. So this is why Jeff wanted my number so badly. To text me orders. Assistant, I require your presence in the town pharmacy this afternoon. Be punctual. This has to be like the 3rd time I've read over this text. It seems like a harmless request, but if I know Jeff, it's probably going to be anything but harmless. I sigh. Or should I do it? I'm done with class for today, and I don't have much else planned. Fine, I guess I can go. I mean, what's the worst Jeff can do if I don't? On second thought, I probably shouldn't think too hard about that. So I'm supposed to head to the pharmacy in town, huh? I think I passed by it a few times when I was out and about. I should be able to find it, no problem. What is the problem is that I'm still not so sure about this whole being Jeff's assistant thing. It almost feels like I'm cheating my way to get an A. You technically are. I know Jeff is only going to talk me up to Professor Garver, but it still feels wrong. I should be earning the A, not bribing unhinged lab assistants for it. But this isn't too much of an advantage, right? It's not like I just landed in my lap. I don't see anyone else on their way to the pharmacy. I'm totally earning this. I just have to keep telling myself that. I decided to head straight to the pharmacy from my classroom. I'm already dressed, so there's no reason to stop by my room. After passing by the school gates, I stroll into town. Now where exactly did I see the pharmacy before? I think it was close to the convenience store? Maybe? Now that I think about it, do I pass the pharmacy on my way to my part-time job there? It's as good as a bet as any. I don't have any better leads. Might as well go with my gut. To my luck, it actually pays off. Halfway through my regular route, I spot the pharmacy just down the street. Shopping carts are pushed to the side of the glass doors, and there are ads and other local advertisements taped to the windows. The inside of the pharmacy is pretty nice. It's clean with white linoleum flooring. At the front is where all the registers are, and past that are shelves of random household merch. To the very, very back is the medicine counter where people get their goods. I like how Jeff didn't tell me where he'd be in the pharmacy, like I'm psychic or something, but I can figure it out. I just need to get in touch with him. Easy. I try to call him from the front of the store, looking around as I do in case he manages to pass me by. The good news is that the call connects, but the bad news is that it goes straight to Jeff's voicemail. Wow, did he hang up on me? At least I know it's on, and Jeff's alive. I guess he's in the middle of something. I can't imagine what it'd be. Probably work. But whoa, hello there. Apparently he's not busy enough to be unable to text, too. Go to the back, his text message says. Well, mystery solved. Looks like Jeff is near the drugs. I really should have seen that coming. I pass through the aisles until I get to the back counter. It's completely partitioned off from the rest of the store, store by the counter, and a glass sheet that nearly reaches the ceiling. If I look through it, I can see the word pharmacy on the wall. Right there. There's a doorway built where I can see the stocked shelves of the back room, but that's not more noticeable than the person working at the counter. Jeff's standing behind one of the openings of the partition, right in the middle of speaking with a customer. His eyes acknowledge that I'm there, and he continues to chat. I don't really mind. If he's behind the counter, it must be a part of his job. I had no idea he worked here. I thought the pharmacy was just some arbitrary decision. I take a seat on a chair to the side. Standing around will just look totally awkward, and it's a lot comfier to check out roller this way. Oh, cool. Do it yourself for tie-dye shorts. Totally saving that for summer season. I don't finish the tutorial before the customer leaves. Eventually, out of the corner of my eye, I see the customer part from the counter with a white baggie in hand. Looks like Jeff is all free now. I stand on my feet and pocket my phone. I can already feel his full attention is on me. Hey, Jeff. Assistant. Jeff nods at me from the other side of the counter. Excellent job on arriving so promptly. You only prove I have excellent taste when it comes to picking subordinates. There's something seriously wrong with this guy. I think that's supposed to be a compliment. Thank you? I haven't done anything like this before, but how hard can it be, right? Oh, it'll be hard. I wouldn't need to hire you if it was easy. Alright, he's got a point there. Way to harsh my mellow, Jeff. Way to harsh my jello. It's almost like you want me to hate doing this. I don't care how you feel how you personally feel about being my assistant, as long as you do an acceptable job with it. However, I didn't call you here for an evaluation. I wanted to talk more in depth about how that potion I mentioned before. Ah, so we're finally getting into the deets of what Jeff is aiming to make. I lean in curiously, but go so far that I accidentally bump my forehead against the glass. Hold on. I drop down to my haunches so my face is level with the small opening for his hands. Ha! I am so clever. Okay, hit me. Jeff's voice drops to a whisper. Assistant, while I do enjoy how much of a fool you're making of yourself. Jeff's eyes move as though they're spotting something behind me, and I slowly turn in place to see that there's another customer waiting in line. I must look like I'm trying to squeeze my head through this opening now. That's not normal. Quickly, I straighten up and do my best to act like I'm not completely embarrassed out of my mind. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't know you were there. I shuffle out of the way and to the side again. As I do, I hear Jeff call after me using that fake nice voice of his. Nicole, I'll be on break right after this. Okay, I'll be, around. After that, there's no way I'm staying where that customer can see me. I'll just window shop the aisles. That would be a good time waster. Plus, I can hide away until the coast is clear. But all they have here are pills and syrups and more pills. I should have expected it when I decided to wander the aisles for non-prescriptive medicine, but still boring. I wonder if I should stock up on ibuprofen while I'm here. You know, because of Jeff. Good one, me. No, seriously, working for Jeff sounds like it's going to be a real headache. Just keep telling yourself that you're doing it for the A, Nicole. Do it for the A. But since ibuprofen's on the brain, I pick up one of the more generic bottles and take a look. I don't know if what I was expecting besides a list of complicated ingredients and directions. How does anyone manage to spend time in a pharmacy? Oh, that's right. They don't. I place the bottle back on the shelf and then turn to see someone else checking out the medication. Oh, I know this person. Ted, is that you? Ted turns and looks as he hears me. He's my superior at the convenience store I work part-time at. He can be a little rough when it comes to social interactions, but he's a nice guy. I don't know why. We've been playing this game. Why did she feel the need to explain this? Hey, it's nice to see you. Huh. Likewise, I suppose. Didn't expect to see you here, Nicole. He waves the bottle he's holding. You know if there are any cheaper brands than this one? I ain't looking to pass up a deal if I can help it. Wow, classic Ted. I lean in to take a look at what this cheapskate's holding. Oh, cough medicine. Are you feeling sick? It ain't for me. It's for my pa. He's been under the weather since yesterday, and we're fresh out of any cough syrup back home. I can't remember what brand he gets. Even if I did, I bet my britches he picks up some name brand when there are perfectly fine, cheaper alternatives. Ted crosses his arm like there's no arguing with him. There usually isn't, but it's mainly because he's so darn stubborn that he won't listen to a word you say. I guess we could scope out all the prices and compare. Of all these? That sounds like it'd be a waste of so much time. Hey, it's not like you had any better ideas. Ted arches a brow. He's about to say something, but he just falls silent. Then he just appears plain angry. I was only saying... Not you. Ted shakes his head at me. I just noticed there's a snake in the grass. Ted knows. Wait, what does he mean by that? Jeff's behind you. I turn to see what Ted's looking at, and there's Jeff, leaning a shoulder against the aisle like he's amused by what he sees. My assistant, the company you keep. You did seem like the type to pick up a stray dog from the side of the road. Apparently Ted knows what he's like, because Jeff does not give a shit if he insults Ted. Who you calling a dog? As Ted advances on Jeff, I step in between the two of them with my hands held out. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that there's some bad blood here. Hey, maybe we shouldn't beat each other up in the middle of a pharmacy. I like that idea. I ain't the one asking for a fight. I was only making an observation. Jeff inches behind me and stables? Yeah. Stables his hands on my shoulders like a frightened child. Can you believe it, assistant? How terrible he acts towards me. I only want to be his friend, but it's hard to be friends when someone who yells all the time, don't you think? I don't yell! I don't think pointing out that he just did will help the situation very much. And we ain't friends. Never have been and never will be. You've been busting my chops ever since the day we met. And wasn't that a wondrous day? Jeff is a dick. Wait, I'm confused. Are you guys friends or are you not? We are. We aren't. The two of them answer near simultaneously. How do you happen to be acquainted to the cowboy, assistant? Jeff leans in and sniggers in my ear. That's my nickname for him, if you hadn't guessed. Clever, would you not agree? It's both fitting and utterly ridiculous. Cowboy is not exactly the most ingenious name to nickname Ted. Tex is probably a better nickname. I don't know. Oh, I get it. Like the cowboys from the South. Oh my god, why do I have to sound like a moron? I flinch as Ted leers angrily in my direction. Sorry, but it was a little funny. Yes, but it wasn't brilliant either. Anybody could have come up with that nickname. But anyway, Ted and I work at the convenience store together. You can call him my boss. That's right, and Nicole unfortunately knows you because... Jeff lets go of my shoulder so he can stand beside me. Nicole happens to be my assistant. Assistant? An assistant is someone who... I know what a dang assistant is. Ah, my mistake. I wasn't sure if you were introduced to that level of vocabulary just yet. I have to say, I'm impressed. Ted's nostrils flare up, and for a moment I think he's going to explode, but he takes a deep, tense breath and relaxes. You know what? I actually don't give a hoot anymore. I have my own things to take care of, so leave me alone. I'll see you at work, Nicole. Take care of yourself. Ted pointedly stares at Jeff and then stomps off to look at the cold medicine again. Man, just watching that exchange wore me out. Couldn't you have been a little nicer to him? Me? Are you suggesting that I was being otherwise? Yeah. Yeah, I was. Don't tell me that was you being nice. I know you can do fake nice. That was not fake nice. Definitely not, but it would be fun to admit it right off the bat but it wouldn't be fun to admit it right off the bat like that. Can we just talk about that potion now? Pretty please? If we don't, I think I'm going to go crazy. Yes, excellent thinking. My break is limited, and I will be kept busy afterward. Jeff wrinkles his nose in distaste. A shame, but anyway, yes, the potion I want to create. Tell me, assistant, do you know of the chemical oxytocin? Oxytocin. That's the, bonding. That's the... Okay, I've got two in my brain. It's either... I'm pretty sure it's the, chemical that bonds mothers to children and lovers. It's a brain chemical. Either that or it's the painkiller. I can't honestly remember which. No, I haven't heard of that before, but what does it do? It's a hormone we Oxycodone is the painkiller. I remember. It's a hormone we mammals create, and for what it does many things, but the most central and well-known is its role in attack. He wants to make a love potion. That's what he's doing. By attachment, do you mean like getting close to someone? In every aspect of the word, yes. Familial, sexual, platonically, oxytocin is released when we participate in behaviors that reinforce this sort of bonding. What I aim to create is a potion that mimics this effect. It's a love potion. Jeff raises his arms into the air as though he's about to make a proclamation to the heavens. Perhaps even surpass Mumph? The moment he starts screaming, I leap forward and plant a hand over his loud mouth. Thank goodness, there aren't that many people here besides Ted. And he seems hell-bent on ignoring anything that comes out of Jeff's mouth. Inside voice, Jeff, okay? I wait until I get a nod of his head before I step back. My apologies, I tend to lose myself when it comes to alchemy. I'm usually much more contained. Jeff loosens his collar and clears his throat. Thank you, assistant. It wouldn't do to reveal my hand to the world quite like that. Yeah, you're telling me. Though really, is there any easy way to tell people that you have a fake personality and a real one is actually kind of weird? Anyway, you want to make a potion that makes people like you, am I following you? That is correct. It's a motherfucking love potion. And is that something you can make? Do you doubt me? A little bit. I hold a hand up and pinch my index finger and thumb together. Just a bit. It sounds too good to be true. If something like that could be made, I think it would have been made already. True, the motive is there. However, is the passion, the genius. No, where others have failed, I will succeed. I am the modern-day alchemist. Inside voice! I quickly remind him before he gets out of hand again. I gotta say, the way he goes on about this makes me buy that he can really make this potion. He is very passionate about what he does. Genius will not be silenced, but for the sake of secrecy, I will do as you say. Okay, he's back to being somewhat adorable. Still a dick. Jeff removes a folded piece of blue-lined notebook paper from his pocket. I have been formulating a recipe for this potion for quite some time now. If I want to conduct the most perfect synthesis, these are the ingredients I require. Ooh, it's like a little envelope. Of course, you learned that at beginner's level origami. I can do that. Carefully, I slide out the top flap of the paper envelope and start unfolding it from there. Jeff's handwriting is all chicken scratchy like a doctor's, but I can still make it out. Midnight trum, flower nectar, opuntia, pure salt, ginger roots, cream, strawberries, mint. All to taste. Okay, so that way it doesn't taste awful. It's kind of hard to drug a girl into liking you unless it tastes great. Jeff adds that, noticing how weirded out I was by the last 3 ingredients. Well, okay, the last 3 should be easy, and it shouldn't be too hard to find ginger and salt, but do the first 2 really exist? They certainly do. At least, they should. Where did you get this ingredient list anyway? Research. Yeah, but what were you researching? That would be my little secret, but it is as you said. I have no trouble finding the last 3, and the other 2 shouldn't be too difficult either. But as for the nectar and the opuntia... Opuntia? Yeah. Opuntia. I haven't the foggiest clue where to find them. It's so irksome to be so close and yet at a standstill. That is why I require assistance service. Perhaps you will be the final push I need to make it past this. Right. About that. If you have no clue where to find these, what makes you think I will? Because, frankly, I don't even know where to start searching for these. You're a decently intelligent girl. Surely you'll think of something. Easy for you to say. I read over Jeff's list of ingredients one more time. Midnight Drumflower Nectar. And Opuntia. It's no use. I don't have any clue where to find either of these. I bet someone outdoorsy would know. These things sound like stuff you'd find in nature, but who would be knowledgeable about that kind of stuff? Probably Ted. Well, that and have a good head on their shoulders in general. Wait, don't I know someone like that? Jeff, would you consider Ted to be the outdoorsy type? Cowboy? Now that you mention it, he does seem like your typical Boy Scout. I seem to recall him mentioning camping once or twice. Hey, if he's willing to put himself through a camping trip, he must like the outdoors at least a little bit. Maybe I should ask Ted? I don't know. Would Jeff think that's a good idea? It's ultimately up to him, as much as I hate to admit it. I don't know. Think we should ask Jeff if it's a good idea? Oops, there we go. Yeah. I think I have an idea, but I'm not so sure about it. An idea is still an idea. What is it? I know you and Ted don't exactly get along, but I was thinking that since he's right there, and you said it yourself that he's the type to know about outdoorsy things. Jeff picks up on what I'm saying, or what I'm trying to say before I even finish my train of thought. Hey, he thinks I'm smart. That we should ask him about that flower? Brilliant, assistant. I couldn't have put it better myself. Do you think he'll help us? After everything you just said to him, I have a hard time believing it. Pish posh. You underestimate the soft, mushy kindness that lies in the pit of Cowboy's heart. You simply crack open the hard exterior and he's like putty in your hands. I question why you would even know that. Jeff gestures for me to follow him after him as he takes the lead towards Ted. He looks like he's about ready to leave, but before he's out of the aisle, Jeff places a few fingers in his mouth and lets out a piercing whistle. Like to a dog. Ow, seriously? At least he catches Ted's attention. What the hell do you want now? He had one eye closed, cringing in pain, and his hands were held loosely over his ears. Settle down, cowboy. Believe it or not, I actually came here to ask for your help, which, I might add, was thanks to my assistant here. Jeff gestures at me standing right behind him. Unlike me, she seems to have faith in your intelligence. We will now see if it's unfounded. Every word I hear come out of your fancy pants mouth makes me want to turn around and go. But if Nicole thinks I can help you out, well, it wouldn't be very polite of me to turn it down. Just saying you're lucky she's asking is all. Yay! Positive for everybody! Ted gives a small smile in my direction. Aw, I'll take it. I was just going with my gut. Have you ever heard of either a midnight trome flower or Opuntia? Ted hums unsurely as he takes in the names. That second thing don't ring any bells, but the flower name sounds familiar. A midnight trome flower. I ain't positive, but can't you find them in the school's arboretum? That wasn't the right word. I don't know what I just said. It's truly that close by? I raise a hand. Wait. What's an arboretum? Arboretum. That has to be right, because arbor is like plants and shit, right? Right. I'm not an outdoorsy kid. Jeff gives me a look like I'm a kid that's just interrupted adults talking. Nicole. Very well, if I must. It's the responsibility of every good supervisor to make sure their assistants are kept up to speed. An arboretum is simply a place where plants that will be studied and cultivated are grown, considered a type of outdoor museum for plants. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I do think I've come across that name on one of the signs in there. Wow, if Ted's right, that could be a huge lead. However, Jeff doesn't seem as impressed as I am. It's not as useful as Nicole suggested, but somewhat. I suppose you've proved that you possess at least a grade schooler's level of intelligence. Jeff, I was rooting for you, buddy. You're still a dick. Before Ted can shoot back a retort, Jeff holds up a finger, then quietly heads to the section of the shelf to pick up a bottle of cold medicine. Here you are. He tosses it toward Ted, and the other boy barely reacts to catch it in time. Hey! You were looking for the best deal on cold medicine, correct? It's that one. Not the cheapest, but it is potent. The one you hold now is cheaper, but it'll take longer for your father to get better. Well, if there's one thing you're good for, it's knowing your stuff about medicine. Ted hands over the cheap stuff and takes the bottle that Jeff threw at him. That all? You done with me? You're free to leave. Thanks for your help, Ted. Yeah, don't mention it. Good luck with whatever it is. Ted gives a final wave before he takes off to the registers. Once he's finally gone, Jeff turns to me with a satisfied smile on his face. That's that then. We head to the school arboretum immediately. But Ted didn't sound so sure if the flower was there or not. What if it isn't? Ah, Nicole, my dumbfounded if darling assistant. It will definitely work out in the end. Do not fear. I'm super skeptical, but it won't do to have Jeff be the optimistic one around here. Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't psych ourselves out yet. But how much longer do you have before your break? Jeff takes a look down at his watch. I was supposed to be back about 2 minutes ago. That's not good. I suppose that's my cue to take my leave. I will formulate a time and date for the expedition and inform you accordingly. For now, this is goodbye. Dork. And like that, Jeff heads to the back counter again, leaving me all alone within the cold medicine aisle. So he wants to make a potion that can make people like you. That sounds amazing, but can adding all those ingredients together in some magic pot really work? Yeah, chemical thingies can happen. Well, whether it works or not, all I need to do is help out Jeff. I get Mr. Garver to like me, he gets to do his alchemy thing, and everyone wins. At least if I can believe him. Alright! That was much longer scene than I originally thought when I started. But, in the day. Alright. What difficulty level? Why would I have a difficulty level? But, cool. That was interesting. Jeff isn't so bad. He's got his problems, but we'll deal with that as it comes. He just thinks he's a genius and an alchemist. And he very well may be, but... love potion. There's a reason that people don't make love potions. It always ends badly. Every time. History has proven love potions end badly. Alright. Well... we'll cover all that in the next episode, so until next time, peace out, y'all.